I'm Ed Amoroso from Tag Cyber, and I want to welcome you to this discussion we'll be having with the team from Sertainity. Now, as for me, I'm an analyst. I've been a research and industry analyst for several years after having spent decades over at AT&T as their chief security officer. So I really enjoy my work now, working with companies, learning about innovation, and meeting very nice people doing cybersecurity and helping to reduce risk. So thanks for spending some time here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over to the guys and let them introduce themselves briefly, and then we'll get into a number of different things about Sertainity, about the market, and about the work that they do. So guys, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Ed. My name is Greg Taylor. I am the CEO of Sertainity Corporation located in Nashville, Tennessee.
And Ed, thank you. I'm Eric Ricard, president of Sertainity, also in Nashville, Tennessee.
Wonderful to see you both. Let's start with elevator pitch. So when somebody asks you briefly, hey, what is it you guys do? What's the pitch for the company?
Well, the briefest pitch, Ed, is we do self-protecting data. But let me take it a step farther. Just a year ago, we could have hardly imagined the world events that we've seen in the last 3 months. Now more than ever, the world needs Sertainity technology. In fact, we're the only solution that can defeat China's digital espionage campaign, enable both personal privacy while also enabling digital contact tracing that our nation needs. And we can also provide a balanced solution for lawful access to encrypted data in criminal investigations, which is desperately needed now. So in total, Sertainity is the only worldwide digital advocate for privacy protections for both consumers. We can restore national security, and we can also restore prosperity to our nation. So our vision is only dwarfed by the enormity of the market potential we have.
Yeah, those certainly are important goals. And I know data security in general is so big that the fact that you guys are addressing it in that manner is really excellent. Why don't we take a minute? Maybe you can take us a little bit through the products that Sertainity provides and offers to its customers.
Well, Ed, I know you've been in the cybersecurity business for quite a while, as have I and Greg. And we remember that the decade of 2000 was dominated by network security products. Remember that? And the decade of 2010 was dominated by automated threat intelligence and endpoint security solutions. And we rolled them out with vigor. And then now in 2020, we're in the decade of self-protecting data. And Sertainity finds itself largely uncontested in that market. Network security, threat intelligence, and endpoint security markets are now seeing flat to declining revenues. And Sertainity's product offerings are making them all more relevant because we protect data even after it has left the protected network.
Yeah, I've always felt like that approach is consistent with things like zero trust and these real clear architectural shifts that we see in the industry. So I'm glad you guys are focused on data. That's made sense for a while. So it's good that you're doing that. I think that's going to help. Now, as you guys think about the team, I've come to meet a good portion of your executive team. Seems like that's been an important kind of differentiator for you guys, the mix and the background of the team. Tell us a little bit about how that's been put together.
Thanks, Ed. Greg Smith is our founding inventor of the technology and our chief technologist. He's our chief architect for the company. His prior software leadership roles at Oracle, enabled him to earn, I think, about 6 patents there. He has another 2 that have been issued here with Sertainity, and several more that are pending. So he's just been an incredible leader on the technology side. Greg is a lot of fun to be around. He's very intelligent. And he also has a great personality to go with all that gray matter.
Yeah, smart guy, certainly.
And Ed, as you know, I came in at Greg Taylor's invitation to be president. I have the unique characteristic of having been a customer of Sertainity when I was at Booz Allen. I became a partner with a product company. Then I became CEO and president of Sertainity Federal Systems, a wholly owned subsidiary of Sertainity, and then quickly became president of Sertainity. But what actually convinced me to come in is Greg is a dear friend and colleague of mine that I've known. And it was because of his ability to raise funds and act as a leader in this business that convinced me to come on board. You know, Greg has raised over $1 billion in 25 years, and there are few people that can say that. So it was a pleasure to come and work with him, and as well as Greg Smith.
And it was easy, Ed, for me to choose Eric with his executive experience at Booz Allen, and was vice president over DoD cybersecurity innovations. It was and he also had a sterling career at Raytheon, also an executive there, and he also had startup experience with Nuance, which is the whole Siri story. And so, with his software engineering background and his executive experience at both Booz Allen and Raytheon, it was an easy selection for me. So when I approached him, he said, I've got to think about this a little bit and talk to my wife and family. He had just retired from Booz Allen, so it was kind of like taking him out of the skillet and putting him in a frying pan full of grease. So anyway, we're very thankful to have Eric running as president and really chief operating officer of the company. He runs the operations of the company day to day.
Right. Well, congratulations, Eric, on the position. I'm sure you do great. Now, one of the questions people always ask about any cybersecurity product is about market. You know, how do you see the market, size, kind of scope? How do you guys think about that?
Well, I guess I would ask the question, how big is your imagination? There's approximately 7.8 billion people in the world today. Certainty technology has the potential of touching every person who has digital access across the world. While it was once presumed that some data was worth more than other data, the emerging sentiment today is that all data has value, especially to its owner. That is every picture, video, receipt, invoice, email, internet transaction is now valuable, irreplaceable, and typically very private. We don't want it scattered all over the world. So assuming just 50% of the worldwide adoption of this technology through some of our commercial giants that we are partnering with and will be partnering with, you take 3.9 billion as an annual usage cost at $5 per person. We forecast a total market potential for this technology over the next several years of being $19.5 billion.
Yeah, data security is a huge potential market. I'd agree. Now, in terms of the company, you know, in going and grabbing a bunch of this revenue, or at least a nice healthy percentage, what do you see as some of the competitive advantages that you guys have to obtain this and to grow and to take advantage of this very, very sizable market?
Ed, that's a great question. Today, Certainty has a first mover advantage. Technically, our embedded intelligence module has no near peer competitor that we're aware of, and we're very in tune with the three-letter agencies and with analysts of large Fortune, say 100 companies, and they continue to tell us that they have found no technology that can actually deliver on the claims that we make and deliver on them. So Certainty delivers absolute self-protecting data, self-reporting data capabilities without requiring network security services. Not to say that we replace networks, because we don't. We just add a layer at the data layer that makes everything that the network is doing even more powerful and bringing more protection to our client companies.
So guys, why don't we talk a little bit about some of the key milestones and achievements that you guys have done as a company? There's a lot of great things that you've done in the last few years. Why don't you take a little bit and tell us about some of your really key achievements?
Thank you, Ed. That's a great question. Let's focus on four milestones that we've accomplished to date. The first one would be getting the patents issued around the core piece of our technology, our intelligence engine that gets embedded into a data file, giving any data file, doesn't matter what it is, if it's ones and zeros, the ability to intelligently act or react to its environment. Second, top two testing labs have not only validated the uniqueness of our technology, but have not been able to reverse engineer it. which is very important. Third, we have nearly 3 years of flawless runtime in an enterprise of B2B, which is critical communications management software solution, and we're about to extend it into a B2B, B2B2C environment where each access would be a money event for the company. And fourth, pioneering biometric technology out of Israel, a company has integrated Certainty technology into its platform with plans to commercially launch with major communications companies, media and entertainment companies, and financial services this summer and early fall.
That is a very exciting list. Congratulations on those wonderful milestones.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now let's keep going. Let's talk about the future. We talked a little bit about what you've done. What do you guys see on the
Well, all investors are obviously interested in, okay, how do I make money in this? And our exit plan assumes two potential outcomes. One, establish equity positions in alliance and collaborative technology platforms, and either liquidate the position or IPO or a roll-up or possibilities. And number two, and that can be, we're targeting that will happen within a 3 to 7 year max period of time, and also within a 7-year period of time, probably between 3 and 5 years, sell royalty-bearing technology licenses to strategic entities into each data-centric sector. As you know, Ed, there are a lot of different universes in the world of data out there that never cross paths in the commercial marketplace. So this is a very unique technology that could offer a multiple number of liquidity events, and that's just exactly what we anticipate happening.
Seems like the tailwinds in terms of cloud and virtualization and zero trust, these are all things that point toward increased need for data security. So I don't think anything you described sounds anything but exciting and very likely. So listen, congratulations on all the things you guys have done. Really enjoyed chatting with you guys, and I hope that I hope this is useful information. And thanks for including me and allowing me to participate. So thanks very much, guys.
Thank you, Ed. Have a great day.
Have a great day as well.